सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। नमः सर्वेभ्यः. Welcome you all to the next session of Sangeeta Ratnakara, an overview offered by Arsha Seva Kendram every Thursday at 6 p.m. IST. As we are getting into the depths of the Grantha Sangeeta Ratnakara, let us once again revise the topics touched upon till now. The Grantha Sangeeta Ratnakara was composed by Sharngadeva in the 13th century on Indian music. There are 7 chapters called Adhyayas: Swaragatadhyaya, Ragavivekadhyaya, Prakirnakadhyaya, Prabandhadhyaya, Taladhyaya, Vadya, and then Nartanadhyaya are the 7 chapters in Sangeeta Ratnakara. Swaragatadhyaya, the first chapter, has 8 prakaranas, and here the first one, Padartha Sangraha Prakarana, is a prakarana subchapter which deals with the collection of the topics that are discussed in the Grantha, and also about the Vamshavali, and then the Purvacharyas, and the author Sharngadeva's Ishtadevata Namaskara, and all those topics are covered in Padartha Sangraha Prakarana. The second Prakarana, subchapter Pindotpatti Prakarana, talks about the genesis of human embodiment, where Sharngadeva displayed his amazing knowledge in Ayurveda, Hatha Yoga, Vedanta, the descent of Jiva into the womb, the process, and then why the human body is important for Bhukti Mukti Sadhana. The third Prakarana, Nada Sthana Shruti Swara Jati Kula Daivata Rishi Chanda Rasa Prakarana, talks about Nada Brahma and its worship, the process of the manifestation of sound in the human body, threefold Nada in music, Shruti and its numbers, Saptas Swaras and their different aspects, then 3 registers of music, Mandra, Madhya and Tara, and 12 modified notes, and then he also talked about Vadi, Samvadi, Vivadi, Anuvadi Swaras. And then for each of these swaras, he says, there is he actually gives a color, continent, rishi, deity, meter, and also aesthetics, rasa, for all the swaras. And then the next topic in the fourth prakarana, we discussed how the individual tones, to be of utility, are organized and presented in a systematic and organized way, and it is known as Grama, Murchana, Krama, Tana, Prakarana. And he says there are 2 gramas prevalent in this world. They are Shadja and Madhyama. The third one, Gandhara Grama, which was popularized by Gandharvas, is no more available to the human beings. And talking about gramas, he says, Gramaha Swara Samuhaha, collection of swaras. Matanga says, Yatha Kutumbinaha Sarve, Ekibhuta Vasantihi, Sarvalokasya Saha Gramaha, Yatra Nityam Vyavasthitihi. Members of a family, even though with diverse interests, stay together. There is an order in the family. So, the same way, all the swaras are collected together and kept, and that is called grama. When the 22 Shrutis take their proper place, then we can say the swaras are grouped and grouped or collected, and that is the grama. And what about Murchana? Kramat Swaranam Saptanam Arohascha Avarohanam. Murchana ityuchyate Gramadvaye Taha Sapta Saptacha. So this word Murchana is derived from the dhatu Murcha Moha Samuchrayayoho. So according to Matanga, Arohana Avarohana Kramena Swara Saptakam Murchana Shabdavacyam hi Vigneyam Tad Vichakshanaihi. So the ascending and descending movement of the 7 notes in successive order is called Murchana. And there are 7 Murchanas in each of the 2 gramas. And when we look at the Shadjagrama Murchanas, for example, how do we identify Murchana? Sare gama pada ni sare gama pada ne sare gama pa. So there is each of these swara group is called a Murchana. So first one is Uttara Mandra, then Rajani, then Uttarayata, like that. And for Madhyama Grama Murchana also, it starts like Ma pada ni sa re ga ma pada ni sa re, like that. So there also each of the Murchanas are given different names. What is the difference between Shadjagrama Murchana and Madhyama Grama Murchana is Shadjagrama Murchana takes the Panchama at Chatushruti, and Madhyama Grama Murchana takes Panchama at Trishruti. That is what is given in the text. And then we also discussed about the 4 classifications of the Murchanas. Shuddha, Kakali Kalita, Santara, Tadvayopetaha. And all these Murchanas lead to 56 Murchanas. And then 14 Murchanas of both Shadja and Madhyama Grama. Each of the 14 is of 4 types again. And together we get 56. Then he developed it further into Shuddhaha Murchanaha. They become Shuddhatana by dropping 1 or 2 notes. And there are Shadavatanas, hexatonic, and Audvatana, pentatonic. So again, they let us not go too deep into the numbers of the swaras. Anyhow, finally, there are we arrive at Purna Kutatanas, and their numbers reaching up to 5040. And then how we do it, that's a beautiful way actually. Then we are wonderstruck at the mathematical aspects of Sangeetam, the mind-boggling numbers reaching up to 282,240 Kutatana combinations. And there is Khandameru Nirmana, how it is done using permutational calculus. And Nashtodishta Vidhi is there. Uddishta means that which is indicated. So here it implies the note series only, nothing else. And then this Khandameru practice shows how a set of swaras is taken to sing all possible combinations. It's a systematic permutation of the swaras. And this table is created to associate a whole number to each permutation of swaras. And the process of associating the number to a given note series is called Uddishta. And the converse process of figuring out the note series from the number is called Nashta. And if we look at the Audava Raga, Mohana, how can we arrive at this Khandameru, these swara patterns? Only 5 swaras are there in Mohana Raga. Sa re ga pa da sa sa da pa ga re sa. So, what are the swaras here? It is Shadja, Chatushruti Rishabha, Antara Gandhara, Panchama, Chatushruti Daivata are the swaras. So, if we try for combinations, first 2-note series, what are the swaras? Sa, re, re, sa. Only 2 combinations possible. If we take 3 notes, what will be the note series? How many note series can we get? Sa re ga ga re sa ga re sa ga sa re. How many note series are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 note series, right? Same way, if we take 4 notes, sa re ga pa, how many combinations can we make? Can you
8.
try?
Mathematically, it should be 24.
But
in 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
So what we have to do is take Shadja as the what do you call? Shadja should be the starting point. With that, how many combinations can be made? And then Rishabha is the starting point. How many combinations can be made? Ga and then Pa. And then if we take Da also, then 5 swaras into so many combinations, isn't it? So this is the way he kept on building. Actually, I got some 32 or so, only for 4 swara combinations. I simply tried it actually. So somewhere around 32, maybe Sarigapa, Saregapa, Sagarepa, Sagapari, Sarepaga, Sapariga, Sapagari. This is with Shadja, starting with Shadja. If we start with Rishabha, it will be re ga pa sa re pa ga sa re ga sa pa re sa pa ga re pa sa ga re sa ga pa. Then if we start with ga, Gandhara, ga pa sa re ga ga. Oh, there is some error here. Ga is repeated. Ga sa re pa should be there. Okay, then ga re sa pa ga pa re sa re pa ga re pa sa. And then pa with pa. Pa ga re sa ga pa sa re ga pa ga sa re pa re ga sa ga re. So many combinations we are able to bring out. So same way, if we take Hamsadhvani, Shadavaraga, there also we can come up with so many combinations, and this is what is the mathematical aspect. So unless we sit and practice these note series or write it down, we may not be able to understand the greatness of the subject that has done such a wonderful work for musicians. And Meru, the Khanda Meru we talked about. Now, what is the Meru here? Meru is the magic mountain. That's what we have read in our scriptures, in Puranas. And Meru means a support staff, you can say. It's a robust support actually. And that is why the main staff of Veena is called Merudanda. That is very important. That without the danda, we are not able to produce such a beautiful music from the instrument. And then next, today we are going to take up Sadharana Prakarana. That is the fifth Prakarana, fifth subchapter of Swaragatadhyaya. We are still in the Swaragatadhyaya. Though this is an overview, each of these Prakaranas, they themselves are so beautifully composed. There is so much to learn in each of these Prakaranas. So, with great difficulty, we are able to bring it to an overview. Then here in Sadharana Prakarana, why this Prakarana is important? The term Sadharana, it means general or common or something overlapping, you can say. So there are certain swaras that overlap in Shruti, so that there is a transitional movement for easy movement for the singing or playing on instruments. And what is the purpose of this prakarana? It consolidates the general principles discussed in earlier sections like Nada, Shruti, Swara, Grama, Murchana, all those things. Then it acts as a bridge between technical theory and practical application. And further, we are going to, the next will be Varna, Alankara and Jati, Giti, all those prakaranas. For those concepts also, we need to understand these basic prakaranas well, and then only we can take up the next prakaranas. So, he says here, Dvividham Sadharanam. So he says, Sadharana is twofold. Sadharanam bhavet dvedha swara jati visheshanat. Swara sadharanam tatra chaturdha parikirtitam kakalyantara shadjaischa madhyamena visheshanat. So first he says sadharanam bhavet dvedha swarajati visheshanat. This overlapping sadharana is of two types. One is pertaining to the swaras, tones. The second one is pertaining to the jatis, melodic types. Swara sadharana is again said to be fourfold. Swara sadharanam tatra chaturdha parikirtitam. Kakalyantara shadjaischa madhyamena visheshanat. So, this Swara sadharana is classified into Kakali sadharana, Antara sadharana, Shadja sadharana and Madhyama sadharana. So, sadharana means what? Actually, when we say all human beings, when we want to talk about all human beings of the entire world come under that group. When we say Indians or Englishmen or French people or Germans, then there is that division. Same way, in Tarkashastra, there's a Padartha, they talk about so many Padarthas. Though there, Param Aparam Cheti Vividham Samanyam. So that there also, Samanya is what? A common property. When you say all human beings share a particular property. And when we say Indians, so there is some particular commonality only among the Indians. So the same way, that is called sadharanatva, you can say. So this sadharanaha kakalihi bhavet षड्ज निषादयोः साधारण्यम् अतः तस्य यत्तत् साधारणं विदुः अंतरस्यापि गमयोः एवं साधारणं मतं. So there is overlapping of kakali and antara. How is it done? How does it occur? This overlapping of kakali occurs between nishada and shadja. When you look at the table, you will be able to understand that. The overlapping of antara happens between Gandhara and Madhyama. Antarasyapi gamayoho evam sadharanam matam. So in the Shadjagrama, Nishada has two Shrutis. 21 and 22. Shadja has 4 Shrutis. So Kakali Nishada is formed by the conjunction of Nishada and Shadja to the extent of 2 Shrutis each. So what happens? Kakali is at an equal distance of both Nishada and Shadja. Then he says it is constituted by 2 Shrutis contributed by each Nishada and Shadja. Same way, Antara Sadharana. This Antara Sadharana takes the name Antara Gandhara. It is constituted by 2 Shrutis of Gandhara, 8 and 9. Gandhara has 8 and 9. And then 2 Shrutis of Madhyama. Madhyama is 10 to 13. But if you take 2 Shrutis from Madhyama, then this Antara Gandhara is formed. And Kakalyantara Prayoga Vidhihi. He talks next about how to apply this Kakali and Antara. Prayojyau Shadjam Ucharya Kakali Dhaivatau Kramat Evam Madhyamam Ucharya Prayunjita Antararshabhau. So after singing Shadja, Kakali followed by Daivata should be employed. Same way, after singing Madhyama, Antara and Rishabha should be used. And he says we can try it in another way also. Shadja Kakalinau Yadva Ucharya Shadjam Punarvrajet Tatpara Anyatamam Chaivam Madhyamam Cha Antaraswaram. Alternatively, what we can do, having sung Shadja and Kakali, one may return to Shadja and after that move on to any succeeding note. Similarly, after employing Madhyama and Antara, Madhyama should be taken before resorting to any succeeding note. So he says, what we can do is, after singing Shadja, Kakali followed by Daivata should be employed, or Shadja and Kakali, then go back to Shadja and then move to any succeeding Swara. Same way for Madhyama also, Gandhara also. After singing Madhyama, Antara and Rishabha should be used, or Madhyama, Antara, then go back to Madhyama and then go to the succeeding notes. That's what is the text talks about. And then everywhere the notes Kakali and Antara are rarely used. That's what he is saying. Prayujya madhyamo grahyah tatpara अन्यतमोऽथवा अल्पप्रयोगः सर्वत्र काकली च अन्तरस्वरः. Kakali cha antaraswaraha. So this the notes Kakali and Antara are rarely used. That is what he is saying. But in today's raga structure, we find Antara Gandhara in many ragas. Earlier, what he spoke about, the raga concept has changed quite a lot from what was there during the period of Sharngadeva. So let us worry about those aspects later. Right now, let us look at what he has said. And next he talks about Shadja Madhyama Sadharanam, the overlapping of Shadja and Madhyama. Nishadu Yadi Shadjasya Shrutim Adyam Samashrayet Rishabham Rishabhastu Antimam Proktam Shadja Sadharanam Tada. So, So, madhyamasyapi gapayorevam sadharanam matam sadharanam madhyamasya madhyamagramagam dhruvam. If Nishada takes resort to the first Shrutis of Shadja and Rishabha to its last, it is called the overlapping of Shadja. So, Shadja has normally the first four Shrutis. If the first is taken up by Nishada, and fourth Shruti is taken up by Rishabha, it is Shadja Sadharana. I'll repeat once again. If Nishada takes resort to the first Shrutis of Shadja, and Rishabha to the last, it is called the overlapping of Shadja. So that is Shadja Sadharana. Similarly, the overlapping of Madhyama is conceived in between Gandhara and Panchama. And this overlapping of Madhyama is restricted to Madhyama Grama. Madhyama has four Shrutis, 10 to 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. If Gandhara takes up the 10th Shruti and Panchama takes up the 13th Shruti, then we can say it is Madhyama Grama. And next he talks about the two overlappings, Shadja and Madhyama, being subtle like the point of hair. That is known as Kaishika. Kaishika Nishada. Sadharane Kaishike te Keshagravat Anutvataha. So Kaishika means hair-like, very fine, pointed, very subtle. This Kaishika is applied to Shadja Sadharana and Madhyama Sadharana. This is called the overlapping of gramas by some scholars. So, Sadharane Kaishike te Keshagravad Anutvataha te eva Kaishchiduchyete Grama Sadharane Budhaihi. Then he talks about the Jati Sadharana. एकग्रामोद्भवा स्वेकांशासु जातिषु यद्भवेत् समानं गानम् आर्याः तज्जाति साधारणं जगुः. जाति साधारणं केचित् रागान् एव प्रचक्षते. So among the jatis of the grama, having the same tone as the fundamental note, the identical melodic presentation that obtains between them is called the overlapping of jatis by some with ragas. And that singing, which is common among jatis, derived from the same grama and having the same amsha, noble people speak of as jati sadharana. Some people speak of this as ragas. Some people call it raga, and some people say it is jati sadharana. And amsha is the frequent swara in a jati, and that will be elaborated in further chapters. So this is the this is what is described in Sadharana Prakarana, and there's a very short, crisp subchapter Prakarana, and the types of sadharana is given here in a table in a nutshell. Swara sadharana shared shruti overlaps. Nishada shares first shruti of Shadja. Rishabha shares the last. And Kaishika sadharana, extremely subtle, as fine as a hairstyle, perceptual, not structural like that. Jati Sadharana is melodic types shared across gramas, and then Raga Sadharana is synthesis of shared Jati traits. So this is what is the topic for today. And if we look at all the topics that are covered in these in this 1 month, we have come up so nicely with so many beautiful concepts relating to Sangeetam. And actually, today I thought we will try to look at the ragas with Kakali Nishada and Kaishika Nishada. Is there anybody interested to talk about it or show how Kakali Nishada ragas are seen?
Or where both the Nishadas exist, or only Kakali Nishada?
Usually it is one Nishada would be there, and in certain ragas, Bhashanga ragas they call, no? They just appear and go.
Like a Brindavani, it has.
Yeah, maybe.
There. Okay.
So when we come to Raga Viveka Adhyaya, we will be dealing with them in a detailed way. Now, if we look at the Raga Hamsadhvani, Maya Madavagaula, or Nalina Kanti. So this Maya Madavagaula, Hindustani equivalent is, I think, something closer to Hindustani Bhairav. That's what I understand. And here, Kakali Nishada comes in Maya Madavagaula. And then Nalina Kanti, Tilak Kamod in Hindustani. Sagare Mapani Sa Ni Pama Gare Sa. And then this Shankarabharanam we all know. Then Hamsadhvani is the same for both Hindustani and Carnatic. I think Hamsadhvani is borrowed from Carnatic to Hindustani. That's what they say. And then if we look at Kaishika Nishada ragas, like Malaya Marutam, Sare Ga Pada Ni Sa, that is Kaishika Nishada. Then Valachi, Saga Pada Ni Sa, Sanida Paga Sa, Kalavati, equivalent raga in Hindustani. And then Abheri, Abheri is Bhim Palasi. Then Devagandhari. Devagandhari, you have this Arohanam is Sare Ma Pada Sa Sanida Sanida Nida Pa Magari sa. There we have this Nishada, Kaishika Nishada. So Radha Bhagini, would you like to say something or play
Namaskar.
something in your veena?
Actually, today I am not prepared with the veena. Please
Hmm?
explain. I can sing, but I can sing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Please. One, you can try this Kakali Nishada and then Kaishika Nishada Raga and sing any Kriti also.
Yes.
Uh,
One thing which I just share what I observed with
uh,
these two nishadas.
uh,
Uh, in the ragas that have Kaishiki nishada, that the gamaka is slightly different from the way we handle the Kakali nishada. When it comes to the Kaishiki Nishada, the da becomes like sa ga pa da ni sa ni da pa ga sa. Here we see that Nishadam is not in conjunction with sa. It is with the lower note, with the Daivatam always. When it is Kaishiki Nishadam, it's always oscillating with the previous note, the Daivatam. But when it comes to Kakali, it's always with the higher note, the sa. So it's not from the Daivatam. Gama padani. We don't sing in Mayamalagula sari gama padani sa. But it's when you sing ni, you cannot avoid shadjam. It's always with the sa that comes. That
yes.
Kakali Nishadam is always associated with sa. In some ragas like Sare ga pa ni sa, that ni is quite distinct.
Yeah.
Sare ga pa ni sa ni pa ga re ni
Kakali.
re ga
Yeah.
pa re ga sa. That ni is distinct. Whereas when you sing ragas like Tilang, ga ma pa ni sa ga ma pa ni pa ma ga ma pa ni sa ni sa. It's like a twilight zone where you are not exactly able to differentiate between the notes. It's very close, like what you said, hairline.
Yes,
Ga
yes.
ma pa ni sa pa ni pa ma ga ma pa ni sa. Whereas the Hamsadhani Nishadam is slightly less.
Yes.
Ga pa ni pa ga ri sa ni. You can distinguish that ni.
Definitely.
It has a separate existence also. Ga pa ni pa ga ri. Whereas in Tilang, you cannot avoid. It's like a twilight zone there.
Yes.
There are some ragas like this. Even in Ranjani, you can see that. Sari ga sani da sani da sa sani da. Every time it's from the sa only. Sani. Like, but the same thing in if you take Vasanta, Samagama ni sa ni sa. It's not that very high. That
Yes.
Nishadam is not that high as in these ragas, like Tilang or yeah. So the same way with the Gandharam also, when you go with um, yeah, like in maga maga sa ni da ni sa re ga ma ga sa. That ga has an existence there. Whereas when you take magari pa magari sani dari sari da pa magari, it's only passing through that Gandharam and does not stay there. That Antara Gandharam is always associated with that ma. You cannot stand on ga in Arabic. So it's that some notes are not independent at all. Like in that way, Kakali, Nishadam and Antaragandharam, they don't have a separate existence. That's what
Yes,
I
yes.
in
Yes,
certain
actually, like you said, in Arabi, that it is very close to Sanida Pa Magari Magari. So it is very close.
Very close to Ma.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Maybe
it's a wonder how those people without any technology, only using only Veena, how they arrived at such a fine distinction. They were
yes.
able to make bring out such a clarity to the finer aspects of music, isn't it? So it's
Yes.
No,
wonderful,
actually,
Bhagini. Yes, please, Ruku Bhagini, please, Rukmini.
the beauty of this is, even though in the classification system they're all listed as Antaragandharam of Arabi is very different from Antaragandharam of Begada. In fact, when they describe the raga lakshana, many of the Lakshana Gitas, they all describe these little subtleties. And then even before Veena came, people sang, right? So
Yeah.
they were able to produce these things in their vocal cords,
Yeah.
appreciate the difference, and then only it was translated into Veena. Because
Yes.
vocal singing came before Veena.
Yes.
And so that is the beauty. It's like, the human vocal cord and the sound producing mechanism is, again, it's a brilliant creation.
Yes, definitely. See, the all the swara patterns we discussed, no note series, they were practiced for months together to make their singing ability perfect. So I read somewhere that all the those days early musicians, they used to practice these akaras and all those things up to 3 months in a year. Up to 3 months, they would do nothing else but practice these akaras, so that it is perfect. It cannot go here and there. So nowadays, they would not give public performance until they are perfect with their Shruti positions. And nowadays we don't see such artists. No, most of the artists sing, of course, well, but that perfection to the Shruti is somewhat.
Fidelity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in the North Indian music, they still do that. The Shruti Shuddham is really, really,
Yeah,
really.
they do, but there also
It's
there is some downward slide, I see. When we look at these people like Parveen Sultana and all those, that caliber of people, musicians, the way they perform is really amazing. Even when they are having some cough, cold, or anything, then also that voice simply cooperates. Nothing else.
that is the sadhana.
Yes.
It's a tapas, literally.
Yes.
I was told once, one of my friends who used to sing, they said, just they will practice not just 3 months, just staying in shadjam for, it might be a year. It has to be absolutely pitch
Yes.
perfect. And like that, each note they will practice.
Yes.
And so,
Now, see, now what has happened, everybody, the moment they start learning Sarigama, they want to perform on the stage. So that is what is spoiling my entire music domain, actually.
yeah.
And Bhagini, I came across some article where they have written that musicians those days, Vainikas, they used to take break for 1 samvatsaram. 1 year they used to take break from performance and do the Veyi Sadhakam. Veyi Sadhakam is 1,000 times they used to play Tristai from the Mandra Shadjam they used to play that whole three styles without
Uh,
break. And
uh.
if they falter in the 999th time, they have to start from the
Again,
beginning.
start from the beginning. Yes.
Because,
Actually,
I
that
have,
is also there. They used to
uh,
play. Actually, nowadays we see artists playing like this, no? Veena is positioned horizontally. Those days they would keep it like
Upright. Yeah.
vertically and practice. So,
yes,
so
yes.
much of control on their fingers and their arms. So, it is so much of stress, no? That
Yes. Even though they
exercise
do that
makes them.
Ariyar Sevai, they play it like that only, no? In Ariyar Sevai, they do. In Srirangam,
Uh,
they do the Ariyar Sevai.
yes,
They
yes,
just tie the
yes.
veena to the
Vertically it is kept, no? Yes.
and Karekudi Subramaniar was
Uh,
he played it like that.
okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
I learned in that style, so I
Oh, okay, excellent, Bhagini. We are so happy to have you here. Such a knowledgeable person, and all the people here, Hema Bhagini, Rukmini Bhagini, Harini Bhagini, and Janaki
Oh,
Bhagini. Everybody knows so much. Huh? It's a learning experience for me also, actually. Hmm? Very nice.
Bhagini, I want to say one more thing about sadhana.
Uh,
T.N. Krishnan,
mm,
Professor T.N. Krishnan, Sangeeta
mm,
Kalanidhi,
mm,
until he passed away,
mm,
he would practice every single day.
mm,
Every single day. He says,
mm,
he says, when he gets up in the morning, that he said, I have to practice.
mm.
Sadhana, that is, it's not like just because I became so, all these things, I
Yes.
needed to stop. It doesn't, because those fingers have to keep moving. Their fingers have to be in the right
Yes.
position. When you think of this ragam,
Mm.
the connection between the brain and the fingers, it should be instantaneous,
Yes.
absolutely accurate. It has to flow with that precision. That
Mm.
requires sadhana, sadhana, sadhana. That is the
Yes.
importance. Yeah.
Yes. So it's a beautiful, actually, what can we say? Sangeetam. Hmm? That simply listening to that Tanpura sound, drone, it gives so much of happiness, no? We don't feel like doing anything at that time. So there is so much to music, and somehow it is all being lost to all. Uh, what do you call this? Social
Gimmicks. Gimmicks.
gimmicks. Is.
came across this article, Sangeeta Vishayam, written by Mahakavi Bharatiya.
Mm,
Today is his birthday.
mm,
So actually we have sung the Bharatiya songs and it's coming on YouTube now at 6 p.m.
mm. Oh, okay. Please do share the link in the group. We will also watch.
Yes. He has written, actually I gave a speech, they are conducting on Bharati Saptaham, Bharatiyar
Ha ha ha.
Saptaham.
Ha
So
ha ha.
today is the concluding day. Actually, I skipped that and came for this class. It's going
Oh,
on.
okay.
And so during first
Wow.
day, he spoke about what all aspects
Mm,
Bharatiyar has written in about
mm,
music. He was such a very knowledgeable and very sensitive to so many things. He has written his harmoniums. He just hated harmonium because their nuances were not. Um, they were not able to produce those fine tones, micro.
Okay.
And also he says that the tambura is something very valuable and every musician should sing only with the tambura.
Yes,
That's what
yes,
I was
definitely.
telling about it. He says
The-
only for the natakam, this harmonium is suited for
yes,
that.
yes,
Or
yes.
this natural box.
Mm.
The other people, including bhajana singers, should use only tambura. That's what he has prescribed. He has
Okay.
said so many things about the ladies singing. They should not sing in false voice, and it's a
Uh-huh.
common idea that girls are not good at talam. So they should. I don't agree with that. They are doing very well with the kummi and other things. They perfectly sync with the rhythm. So I can't just deny that. I can't just accept the fact that they have very less knowledge in talam. But they are not trained. So the ladies should be trained in the tala aspects also. Like that, yes,
Yes.
mentioned so many things.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was very astonishing to read all those things.
Excellent. Please do share the link. We will watch. Huh? And
Yes.
Veena Bhagini, what is the problem? You have messaged you are not added to which group are you not added? Veena Bhagini, can you please?
I think she meant the WhatsApp group, I think.
WhatsApp group. Okay, I'll add her.
Looks like.
Veena Bhagini, please share your contact number to me, with me. I'll add you to the group. So let us wind up for today. It was very nice to learn so many things by interacting with you all. So next week we will take up the next prakarana, Varnalankara prakarana. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Thank you so much.